Hello everybody and welcome back. We are so excited to share our Christmas holiday recipe with you. For us, the holidays, it's a lot about tradition and family recipes. And I know what you're all thinking, we're sharing our tamale recipe. Until Taylor's table makes it to the television, we are keeping that a secret. But we are sharing a recipe that's part of the tamales.
Yes, and so it's our red chili. As you may know, tamales have chili inside. We already shared with you our green chili recipe. So this is our red chili recipe. And, you know, as Taylor said, Christmas takes us back to family, traditions, and our culture, which for us is Mexican. And so we bring out all the Latino cuisine.
Woo! Let's get started. So here's what you need for red chili. We're gonna break it up in half. So our meat first, then our chili. For the meat, what you'll need is about 4 pounds of top sirloin, and we just trimmed the fat and then we chopped it up into cubes. We'll use half of an onion chopped, 6 cloves of minced garlic, olive oil for cooking, and our 2 favorite seasonings, garlic salt and black pepper.
There's gonna be a test on that in one of these videos. And if you really want to get fancy, you could use filet mignon instead.
Ooh, yum.
So for the chili sauce, we're using 3 dried red chili peppers. These are Guajillo peppers, and we're using 6. These are Pasilla peppers, and we're using 3. And then these are chili de Arbols, roasted, if you can find them. And it's 2 to 3 depending on your spice level. 3
is the red happy face and you're sweating and...
But very tasty,
yeah,
very tasty. So the way you prep these is you basically put on gloves. I recommend putting on gloves, especially if you wear contact lenses, because you don't want to be removing them after touching these things. So you basically snip off the stem, cut it open, and then remove all the seeds. So basically you prep those. And then in addition to the chili peppers, we have 2 Roma tomatoes, a medium-sized onion, and 10 garlic cloves, a 1/3 to a 1/2 cup of chicken bouillon, depending on how salty you like your stuff, and a teaspoon of cumin.
All right, all of that, we're heading to the stove. To start, you wanna bring a pot of water to boil, and then we are gonna start by dropping in our dried peppers first.
And then we'll add our onion and garlic. And we're gonna hold off on the tomatoes until the chili peppers are almost done. So that will take probably 10 to 15 minutes.
So in the meantime, we will get started on our meats. To get started on our meat, you just want some olive oil down in your pan, and then we're gonna have our heat on medium. And we'll start by cooking or sauteing our onions, just 2 to 3 minutes.
So once our onions are sauteed and starting to brown, we're gonna add our garlic. Now that our onions and garlics are nice and toasted, we're gonna add a little bit more olive oil because we really want the meat to sort of crisp up or sear or saute.
And then we're gonna do what we call lazy seasoning. That's done in the pan. While we let our meat finish cooking, let's check on our chilies quick. How do they look?
Let's take a look. They are almost done. They're very pliable. They no longer have that dried look. So I'd say probably another 3 minutes. So why don't we go ahead and add in our tomatoes. Everything's looking good. Tomatoes are starting to blister. I think we're ready to go to the blender.
It is time to put our red chili together. Our meat is still cooking on the stove, getting a little softer, and we forgot to tell you about one ingredient, Wondra, that we will be using to put our red chili together. So what's the first thing we do?
So we're basically gonna blend all the stuff that we just boiled. So very carefully, scoop this out with a strainer spoon, and I would suggest trying to split it in half. And then we want to add 2 cups of the broth or the juice that we just boiled this stuff in. Then we're gonna add half of our chicken bouillon. half of our cumin. And like 2 to 3 shakes of Wondra to thicken it.
That was more.
That was good, that was perfect. So, an important tip. So this, you need to start off slow before you go fast. So start with the slowest setting, and this is still hot. So make sure and cover it because this can, and make sure your lid's on tight. This can get messy.
Very important, taste the first half to make sure you're not missing anything or killing your guests if it's too spicy.
Yeah, definitely need to taste as you go along.
It's perfect.
Yummy.
This is the right ratio.
It won't kill your guests.
No.
It's delicious.
Okay, let's get started on the second half. Now let's head to our meat with our chili.
Our meat looks perfect. It looks like it's nice and tender. So now we're gonna add our chili sauce. We're gonna stir it up and let it continue cooking probably for another 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 25, until the chili sauce gets a little bit thickened up. So our chili mixture has been cooking for about 25 minutes. It looks like it's thickened up and ready to be served.
Here is our red chili recipe, one of our absolute favorite recipes for the Christmas season. I am sure we will be having this in many forms during the holidays.
Including tamales. We hope you bring our Mexican tradition into your home.
And if you do, tag us. Thank you so much for joining us. See you
Bye,
next
all.
time.